Thomas. Happy Thursday evening. Welcome.
We finally get to say happy Friday Eve after 2 weeks of alternative schedules taking place, but we made it work. It happened.
Back on the right day, finally.
Yes, indeed. And we're early. A lot of comments saying early? Question mark?
Just to make up for a couple days this week. Everything averages out. So.
That's right.
Oh, man. I like the fall background behind you. It looks gorgeous.
I was getting the podcast ready and all done, and then went, sweet, and ready to go tonight. And then I went, oh, I still have a Halloween background. I better get that changed up. And but it's weird putting this together, because I spent yesterday afternoon just getting all of our Christmas decorations out of storage and filling up our garage with them so they can get put up early next week. So
I have to ask. What does everyone do with their leftover pumpkins? Stumpy or what? Stemmy. Sorry, Stemmy has been thrown away. Stemmy was like, he had maybe a day left in him before he was going to just rot out. Do you just garbage can them all? Or are there people out there that actually make like a whole bunch of pumpkin pies?
So for us, we don't carve them, so they last quite a bit longer. For example, everything was taken down when we got home from Georgia the next day. I took everything Halloween down, out, took it storage, gone, except for our 3 pumpkins. They're out there. I'll incorporate some little hay bales and whatnot and leave them until they rot. They'll nearly make it to Thanksgiving just fine without being carved. But we have a recycle bin, if you will, that accepts paper without ink, so like cardboard,
right,
and grass clippings, leaves, tree limbs, stuff like that. So they'll end up just in that, and organic material, they say. So it'll go there when the time comes. But if we do carve them, they go in the trash because that comes twice a week, and we need them out of here as soon as they start rotting.
So the reason I ask is the place I got my big stem pumpkin from, where the place we got all the pumpkins from, it's a church nearby on Fire Tower Road in Greenville that every year they sell. I mean, they have a huge field and they just fill it up with pumpkins and they sell. I don't know if like pumpkins were being canceled this year or what. They still have thousands of pumpkins. Like they might have sold, a fourth of what they got. I don't know what happened.
Oh man.
But they're just rows of pallets loaded with pumpkins, every single size. I'm like, what do you do then?
I wonder if some local, well, maybe elephants will eat them and play with them and break them. There's some videos out there right now, but I wonder if some local bakeries will snatch them up so they can get into some of their pumpkin pie making and stuff like that for the fall and utilize them. Or I don't know if they're like, no, they're bad. I don't want them anymore. They've been off the vine for too long.
I was going to stop and ask them, but I was afraid they would offload a couple on me, and then it would become my responsibility. So I'll wait until they're clear, and then I'll stop by and see what'd you ever do with those. But
I wonder. Someone just made a comment. Let's see.
Well, you're looking.
Old pumpkins make excellent compost because they're rich in nitrogen and break down quickly, adding valuable nutrients like potassium and phosphorus to your compost pile. To compost them effectively, remove any paint, glitter, or wax and chop the pumpkin into smaller pieces to speed up decomp. There you go. Good compost.
There's a lot of work. Because I'm sure in a compost pile, like with a proper grass clippings over it and everything is great, but a pile of rotting pumpkins is not the same as a compost pile.
Got to be rancid. And who's buying compost at the head of winter right now? I'm not.
We've got a couple farms around. Maybe some pigs. You think pigs would eat them?
Oh, for sure.
We have tons of pig farms around.
I've got an open tab.
There we go. We have pig farms everywhere in eastern North Carolina. So
yes, pigs can eat old pumpkins and often enjoy them as a supplemental food source, which helps reduce waste. It is important to ensure the pumpkins are free of paint, wax, excessive mold, and excessive mold, not just mold. A little bit of mold's okay for the pigs. And monitor the pig's diet to ensure the pumpkins don't displace their regular food. Donating pumpkins is a great way to keep them out of landfills. Nutritional value: pumpkins provide nutrients that can help pigs stay healthy. The sugar in pumpkins can help pigs build a fat layer to stay warm in the winter. there's like 18 more bullet points that I won't get into, but
Why
there
would
we
we
go.
ship a pumpkin out of a landfill? Wouldn't you want more organic matter in a landfill than, say, like plastics and things like that? I think a landfill is a great place for a pumpkin. What's it going to do? Sprout? Grow more pumpkins?
Right. Right. It's
I know where I'm going to pick my next year's pumpkin.
a landfill.
Anyway, I'm not sure if I told you this. We followed the Cavalcante manhunt,
Yeah.
in Pennsylvania a while
Which
back.
was incredible. Holy cow.
13, 14 days of just crazy police scanner, air traffic, and just wild. It was amazing. I loved it.
Same.
Right now, right this very moment, there's a manhunt going on in North Carolina.
Really?
Yeah. There's a guy who killed his grandma, allegedly, and went on the run. And when an officer tried to stop him and apprehend him at a restaurant, I think it was a McDonald's, he stabbed the officer.
Oh dear, this is a big time.
And he's still on the run.
Oh,
They have found him on trail cameras, like game cameras and things like that, and security camera. And it happened down, like, I don't know, New Bern, a ways away from me. But he's been working his way up towards me. And the last place, like, you can plot his points on a line. And the last place he was found was about, I don't know, 12, 20 hours ago, something like that, about 20 miles away from my house. Like, headed
encompassing north. Oh boy. Lock your doors.
Yeah. So
Wow. See, that's what's so crazy. The Cavalcante thing was so great because the coverage it had from the media, the accessibility with Flight 24 radar, and just boots on the ground that were producing media coverage. It's the one you're talking about right now. That's an insane manhunt. But it's not getting the same coverage. But it's just as spicy and scary.
yeah, you've got a murderer basically out on the loose, nothing to lose. He happens to have, like, for some reason, like, drop dead gorgeous eyes, according to people. They're and like curly hair, but and he looks young, looks like a kid. I think he is like 20 years old or something.
Out on the run.
Something Conley is his name. I have to look up. Maybe I can find a picture and show you.
Where are you getting updates from it on?
They're not giving us to them. Nothing. WITN had the news channel, but they're basically like, it's okay, we've got this under control, we're looking for him. I'm like, no, that's not the same thing. Under control is he's in cell block 6. Right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Let me find a WITN had a story on him.
Oh, I'm seeing that the Craven County Sheriff's Office has released a series of surveillance images showing fugitive murder suspect Dominic Connolly. Sheriff Chip Hughes says the suspect may have obtained new clothes with outside help. Oh, he's 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing around 180 pounds, and his wavy blonde hair with blue to die for eyes. It doesn't say to die for, but it says blue.
If he happens to be surviving on, like, bags of Halloween candy that he stole, then I'll know we have a problem, because thief. But
yes,
I don't know. I'm torn. You know, I've got a drone and I'm right in the area. I definitely have the equipment to cover it. But here's the thing about North Carolina. I guess most of the East, you can't see anything.
right.
The roads go where the roads go, and if you can't see it from the road, everything else is private. You can't just, like, oh, let's go through this forest and there's national park here or BLM land here. It's all private, so you have to get permission everywhere you go, and there are fences, gates. And so let me find his photo here. What was his name? Dominic?
Yeah, Dominic Liam Connolly. He's 24. He's got a man bun. Well, they actually have posted several photos. Apparently, he has a record because they've posted his mugshots from somewhere else.
Let's see.
Undated mugshot photo.
U.S. Marshal Service had a couple from him as well, because they're involved now.
You're in trouble when the marshals are looking for you.
Vanceboro.
Oh, they got a little map of his sightings.
Yeah, basically. Okay, here we go.
Oh yeah, Aden, North Carolina, as of 1 hour ago.
So let me. Yeah, thanks.
No, I'm kidding.
Let me put this full screen and see if we can. Okay,
Oh,
can you
it's
see this?
outdated. Yeah, that's it. That's the mug shot, undated.
That's him. That's the dude. And this is
There we go. There's the mug shot I was looking at. That's
see, accused of killing his grandmother, setting her home on fire, stabbing a sheriff's deputy in Craven County. He fled in his grandma's car, was last seen at a Bojangles restaurant in Vanceboro. I've been there, where he attacked an officer before escaping. He's armed and dangerous. Urgent public to call 911 with any information about his whereabouts. So that's how I'm sleeping at night. But
I bet you can come up with some clever booby traps. That'd be kind of fun.
I think most states they're illegal. You can't do booby traps.
I know. I think it's the stupidest law ever.
Like,
so
why would both go to jail? Can't just the bad guy go to jail and not the guy who did the booby trap that caught the bad guy?
Right. I did the old trip line and the rock suspended in the air, hit him in the head, knocked him out, and then y'all just walked up on a knocked out body and you take him off, and all is well. Why am I in trouble for that?
Anyway, I would sleep better if he was caught. And when I do drive around, I'm checking the fields and the tree lines. I'm just like, where is this dude? But I don't know. We don't know where he is. And he could be literally headed this direction. So makes me nervous. Glad I've got alarms and cameras and all that. But all right. Speaking of nervous, how would you like to do you get junk mail?
Oh my gosh.
Okay. I think we fixed the junk mail problem.
How?
I signed up for the Postal Service get notified when you have mail feature.
Yeah, I did the same thing. The informed delivery.
Yeah, that thing. I think they're just lazy. They're like, we could either scan it or we could just bid it, so we don't have to scan it. And I think they're just bidding it. So most of my mail, I can go, I don't know, a week without a letter with anything in the mailbox.
Really?
Yeah, it's probably going to get somebody fired for this, but I'm loving it. I mean, it's a good thing. Anyway, there's some letters you just don't want, right? Yeah.
Real quick, the echo's coming back. It's heavier now on my side. And chat's calling it out. Echo, sound check 1. Better, perfect.
I think it was because I turned sideways to type like this. And I'm probably going to get different headphones.
It kind of kicked in full blast, but it makes Thomas sound so creepy. Thanks, Red Pen. Legal Blonde says all set. And if I get even more loud, it makes the echo stand out more, because it's what's happening is it's going through Scott's headphones, which are open, and then it goes back to his mic and then back to y'all. So it's
which is weird. We have the same headphones and the same mic and the same soundboard.
We do. We have the same everything, but I also have 18 less devices on the computer.
There, now it even looks the same. It sounds good though. Sounds nice.
We're Legally Blonde is back on track, so we're good.
All right. We were talking about letters we don't want to get, and I can think of a couple. There's some that I want. Obviously, I've been looking my whole life for jury summons. Has not happened yet. Hoping sometime soon that'll come through. I've been looking for that Publishers Clearinghouse winning letter, not the one that says you may have won, but the one you actually did win. That has not happened yet. I enjoy getting my 401k statements. I do. That's like the other mail that I enjoy. I like getting paper copies. To show how much either I lost or will lose in the future. It's one of the two. But this the first story we're going to kick off with is a letter you don't want to get. And this happened up in Maine. Officials for Maine's largest healthcare provider have been begging their forgiveness and apologizing for a little snafu that happened on their side after they sent 500 letters to people, living people. Letters of condolence announcing their recent death. We're so sorry to hear that you recently died. Please accept our condolences. I want to see what the letter said. like how they worded it. Because I mean, they're literally sending a letter to a dead person.
Well, it's to the next of kin.
Oh, that's a little better, I guess. Although
To the returning deaths.
that could also be quite traumatic for the person who opens the letter. 531 people on October 20th got these false letters. The hospital, Maine Health, sincerely regrets this error and begs that you still become a customer and give them business. They say it's a computer program that made the mistake, and it generates estate vendor letters. I want to get on that list because, like, estate sales are really good places to go shop. They're a lot of fun. I mean, obviously the family's mourning, but I really enjoy sort of like you get to walk into somebody's life and just see this is how they lived and they collected grandfather clocks, or this is how this is what they were, and then the family's trying to get rid of. Usually it's just get rid of stuff. It's like we've got too much to deal with, and you can help them out a little bit, and they get a few bucks. And it's exciting. You might find a treasure. You might find a Mona Lisa or something. So good fun.
Estate sales are pretty cool.
Yeah,
you can find some really neat stuff.
But we know there's going to be at least 531 estate sales in the near future up in Maine, but not yet.
31 false condolence letters.
Don't go yet. You're not ready.
Can you imagine if you haven't spoken to said family member in quite some time for whatever various reasons, and then you receive that letter, and maybe you've been disconnected and you don't have a way to reach out and say, "Oh my gosh, I'm to their immediate family, their brother, whatever."
Checking the obituaries and calling funeral homes and be like, where do I get the information? What do I do? Passing the word along on Facebook. That could just start all sorts of problems. But it's actually. It's interesting because it's very easy to get put on the list of deceased. Once you're dead, and then there's so many other lists that propagate from that, and it's very difficult to come back to life on paper. Right. Well, I guess in real life as well, but either one, it's extremely difficult to become undead once, say, like the Social Security Administration has written you off and said, don't send checks anymore here because they're dead. Letting them know that that was a typo, or it was the wrong person, or they clicked twice when they should have only clicked once, or it hasn't happened. I'm not dead yet. That is a difficult thing, and it can take months to fix.
If I got one of those letters notifying me next of kin, and I'm on their life insurance, can I submit that letter to my insurance company and cash out?
That's proven. Collect now. If I don't know,
collect now and then put it in an investment account and make some cash money on that thing.
At least until they find out that you are still alive, because that's paperwork they'll fix right away, I'm sure.
And then when they do, because I invested the money, I didn't spend it, I give them back what they paid me. But now whatever 4, 5, 9% that I've been yielding, I just go ahead and put that into a different account and then wait for the actual death to happen. And now I'm sorry, that's not.
This sounds like a jailhouse finance advice. Sounds like something an inmate might recommend. Might work.
Just try to think outside the box.
Yeah.
This is not professional advice. Entertainment purposes only. Please do
not. Speaking of,
we forgot. We saw the same thing.
Yeah.
My echo keeps coming back in. Echo test 1 2 1 2. Echo test 1 2. Yeah, when you scoot back from the mic. So it's the headphones for sure, feeding it back in. I'm getting messages like, mute your stream on your end, Thomas. And I'm like,
it's actually my end that's making it.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to turn your volume way down.
Okay.
And I can still hear you. That should fix it.
Can you hear me just fine?
Yeah.
Perfect.
You're just not like rock concert loud in my ears, which I normally do the podcast like that, and then it gets even quieter. So it should work. All right, I'm supposed to give away memberships. I said to do it at the top of the show, and I forgot. I will do it now. I'm actually ready. Has everyone clicked the button to accept memberships or accept gifted memberships if one should be sent your way. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. There's the
Got my
first
hair.
5.
Recovery addict, so generous.
Goes to Melissa Ann, Amanda Jane, Julie L, Cami Eberl.
Good luck on that one.
Sorry, Cami, I butchered your name. And Debbie K. And then we're going to do another 5 right here.
Love it.
80 says boo. Let's see. It goes to Scott I believe. Molly Henry, Celine Brown, Dre, and DIPC.
Congratulations to the winners. Free memberships. So much fun.
Yeah. There we go. All right.
This missed me again.
Sorry, 80s. We've tried. I don't know what to do. I mean, text me. I tried to text you, 80s. By the way, I tried to text you and you didn't respond. I'm not sure if you got a new number or something, but or you just ghosted me. That could happen as well.
Could be it.
Probably more likely.
Speaking of ghosts, we had the pre-Halloween show, and then you did your live stream, and I caught the tail end of it. And most everyone knows the story. I haven't seen, nor do I know. Is there a follow-up to the candy thieves of your streaming Halloween, or can you even speak of it? Is there pending litigation that you cannot touch on it because there's a trial?
I thought long and hard about this, and I decided that I don't want to press charges, even though I have their names. I know what class they go to in school. I know what. It was quite successful to put the post on the community page. So our little town of 5,000 people, that story with the video of those kids has like 8,000 views now, which obviously
is more than your town.
Pretty good saturation for our town. And we get some people on the outside as well. And so we've got my son was at work in Greenville today and was sharing that story, and parents were like, "Oh, that was your house. I heard about that. I want you." Yeah. So the word got out, and I started getting direct messages from people, heartbeat, and saying, "Oh, my daughter goes to school with them. It's this class. It's a school. This one's name is this. This is." So we got it all, and I got the information. And because I can't be sure that it was the same kid that made the threat, because I didn't hear his voice, right? Because there was a threat at one point. I can't really tie the two together. And so I think my hope is that the parents saw this, because some of them were tagged, and they can take care of it, because it's at the right level. I think that's the right thing to do. The last thing you want to do is throw a kid into the court system, old age of barely teen, right? Right. So year. I'm going to have my bike ready for a live stream. I'm hoping somebody grabs it, because I will fall down. They just give up and beg for, I think it would be great. So
have you seen the bait bike, stolen bait bike videos?
Yeah, that falls in the booby trap category, which I hesitate to do. People look like they get injured on that. I was going to do air tags in the bowl, mixed in with the candy, so that if somebody takes the candy bowl and dumps it in their backpack, they get an air tag as well. And now I can find them wherever they go.
I love it.
It's about $24, $25 per air tag. Chase them down and find where they're at. For me, that's like money well spent. I'm buffering badly.
Yeah, you froze a few times on my end as well. Better now.
Wonder why.
Cute frozen faces.
Anyway, So there's that. There's also some other things I want to do as far as just the decorations. I'm probably not going to go all out with the yard decorations. I want to do more on the audio, the tech side. And so I'm looking at some ultrasonic directional speakers, which send think of like, instead of a flashlight that just spreads light everywhere it shines, it's more like a laser beam of sound. So you can send sound to individual people or a very small section. It's like a 10-degree cone. Technology is already out there. You might run into it in like a museum when you step on a little platform and you can hear a voice talking to you about the display. That no one else can hear that, only you can.
Yeah.
That's that technology. I would just be using that, and I would use one at a adult level and one at a children's level. And so I can tell people, don't think about it. I wouldn't try it. Like if they're big kids, it's like, you're on camera. I can whisper that to them, and the little kids will be hearing like ice cream truck music or come get some candy, something that's more inviting. And I think that would be a lot of fun.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So that's the update.
Christmas. I love the update. I totally agree with what you're looking at doing there in regards to just let parents handle it. Like you said, it's what they did is wrong. It's they're on the path for continuance of wrong if they don't get corrected. But a bowl of candy on Halloween, a punk, do you wrap them in the court system that early? It's like, I would if the kid's been known to like egg houses and steal other stuff and go down that road prior, then I would have no issue. But you don't know, so hopefully the parents handle it.
Yep. They haven't apologized. I can tell you that much. So maybe it's good, maybe it's not. But that's a choice I went.
Is my echo back?
I don't understand why it's echoing. Let me try.
StreamYard's such a treat.
The audio.
Echo check. 1 2 1 2. Echo check. 1 2. It's gone on my end. Are you still with it? Yeah, you're moving. I see you. Okay.
Wow. Is that better?
Echo 1 2. Sound check. Yeah. Perfect now. Nothing better than not being able to hear me.
For some reason, I was gone through the switcher instead of the Rodecaster.
Oh, there we go.
I think I fixed it. Sorry about that. Thanks for sticking around, guys. First third of the podcast.
Thanks for being here. We'll see you all next week.
Yeah. Anyway, we're not dead. The Halloween candy guy got the candy and got away. That's all right. There is some good news, though. There's some good news. This is particularly good news for me because I've started an exercise program. I changed my diet. It's actually had drastic results already. Like I can notice a difference both in energy levels and everything else. Really? Measurements, not so much, but those will follow, right? Yeah.
They're always last to come.
Like
that's normal.
I had a salad for dinner and I'm feeling good. That's what's really good. I've just got proper energy. I think I'm healthier. Anyway, can go into that later if we want to do like a MD talk sometime. I don't know where to put this.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
But I've also started a little exercise. So in the morning I'm doing some various. It's like sort of Taibo type stuff, which I'm not. For the record, I'm not a fighter, right? I'm not even a puncher. I'm not a hitter. It looks more like I'm drowning, but I'm in the air when I'm doing this. My kids find it incredibly entertaining for me to be flailing around, but it works up a sweat, and I can put in a good workout for really get the heart rate up for a little while in the morning. Put 20 minutes, half an hour in a workout, and it's been great. But that's about my limit, though. Beyond that, I'm like, I can't lift my arms up anymore. My shoulders are just too tired. And I don't know how you could go for more than, I don't know, even an hour.
Some people do. What about if it's a video game? Dance Dance Revolution. Have you played it?
I've played it like twice. And I had to put quarters in the machine both times, I think, or swipe a card or something. It was at a
Yes, I did at Dave
Twice.
and Buster's. I think I
Mhm.
had to swipe my Dave and Buster's card. And I'm curious, anyone in chat, if you've played, well, Atticus, DDR, there's an acronym for it. It's a new, so Dance Dance Revolution. I've played it 2, 3, 4 times maybe. And I think each time, about 45 seconds in or so, I was just dead, toast. It wore me out. And, but there's a Hungarian gentleman, not David Rush, because he's from Idaho. But he broke a world record. He goes by the nickname of Grasshopper. He
It's
played
appropriate
dance.
because DDR is all feet, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's all legs.
100%. So he broke a world record playing DDR. I feel cool now knowing the acronym for it. 144 hours straight. He played this game. I don't know how he didn't die or get carted off. It's
Or lose. Don't you,
yeah.
don't you get kicked off if you don't do well enough?
Yeah.
It's like Beat Saber. You miss so many notes, and it's like whoosh, you're gone.
So Grasshopper took the records, I'm sorry, for longest video game marathon, as well as longest video game marathon on a rhythm game title. He broke the record of 138 hours and 34 seconds, which is set by, oh, thank goodness, not David Rush, an American gamer, Carrie Swedecki in 2015. She earned her titles playing Just Dance.
A
Ever
completely
since I learned,
inferior program. Not anything. It's basically the same thing. It's just the competitor's name.
The Grasshopper said, ever since I learned about Carrie's achievements in marathon gaming, I often caught myself thinking about how she pulled the all-time longest session almost a decade ago. I set up stepping stones a long time ago, chased after the #1 spot by building up the required skills in all aspects. Every time I attempted another marathon, I told myself it just feels like a dream achievement to all of us until the final days of each record attempt actually concluded.
He spent 10 years preparing to beat this record. Compare that to David Rush, who like rolls the dice and shakes the magic 8-ball and says, "What should we do today to break a new Guinness Book of World Records?"
What am I going to do tomorrow to get another record? He's got 300 and change, but this gentleman, that's insane. He's also claimed the record.
He's got other records.
Yeah. Longest video game marathon playing a racing game, longest video game marathon playing a simulation video game, and longest video game marathon playing a racing simulator game with a 90-hour Gran Turismo 7 marathon in 2023. So the dude's all about the games and marathons, which
it's interesting because
don't go together. But
in the world of YouTube and online streaming, gaming and a marathon stream happens occasionally. Like most big game streamers will say, "Hey, we're going to do a 24-hour live stream," right. And it's just like we're going to play whatever the game is, Call of Duty for 24 hours, and what you get is about 10 hours of prime content and about 12, 20 through 14 hours of subprime content with a lot of much engagement with chat. But for 144 hours. He obviously didn't have like chat to interact with in a live stream watching him, but I'm sure the Guinness Book of World Record guy or team had to at least follow him and make sure he was sleepwalking.
Yeah, surely they were tagging in and out. I mean, that's insane. That's too much. That makes me tired thinking about it. My wife was riding with her brother, my brother-in-law, today from our town up to where he lives in Colorado today. It's about a 9-hour drive. And I'm getting to the age now where car rides are not so much my thing. And I found myself getting ready to come up to my office to do sound check with you, and she had just arrived. I dropped her off at 7:30 this morning. And so I started thinking of all I have done all day long and where I've been here at home and everything while she was in the car that entire time.
Just facing north.
Just
all time. It's a straight ride, right? There's it's not even scenic.
It's northeasterly through Texas into New Mexico into southern Colorado, and then you get into some beautiful stuff. But we've done that drive so often that nothing's new anymore. Albeit there are some real pretty spots, but you're in a car for 9 hours. No, thank you. I'm done. I can't do it. Travel this last weekend wore me out just because we were gone for the 5 days and we were up and down the highway each one of those 5 days. Only like 15 minutes each way, but a few times a day. And it was enough for me. I was tired.
Problems are are terrible.
And my back still hurts. I can't do it.
Man, I can barely reach for the remote. I'm so exhausted from the workout this morning. But no,
Oh,
no, I hear you.
perspective.
I hear you. I don't know. When I was a kid, I could tolerate things a lot better than I can now, and I bounced back up quicker. You know, my son, he was doing he does Ninja Warrior, right? He does like
The stud, the one that beats the like adults
yeah,
that have
that's him.
coaches.
So he was he is a coach, and he was coaching today, and he was doing they play
No,
a game.
he's a coach.
He's
but
a coach,
He beats people that have personal coaches, and he just does backyard training.
and he
right?
beats their coaches. Yeah, so
Yeah,
he's really
he's a
good.
stud.
I watched him compete this last weekend. It was amazing. But he was playing with some kids, and they were playing a game called The Floor is Lava. And
Don't step on the black tiles.
yeah, basically, it's you have to swing from all these on beams, and it's just it's crazy because you know it's wild, and so you can't touch the ground. Well, he's playing this, and wow. I just saw a freeze frame where my hand was like this on the screen. He like biffed it. He hit the ground and he hit a spot where there's like cement instead of pads.
Oh,
Like that right there, I would be down for the count. I would not be getting back up. And he just continues the game and plays. And like, yeah, I'm a little sore. I'm like, nope, I'd be done. I'd be like, I'm not doing this sport again. It beat me. I'm finished. I've learned my lesson.
100%. Oh, speaking of which, it's Amber kind of teed this up, not knowing so, but she made a joke about pickleball tournaments and driving. But most of you know I play pickleball and I love it. It's becoming my thing. And I play in tournaments and it's awesome. And part of pickleball is you get hit with the pickleball because the whole name of the game is getting up to the net, the kitchen line is what they call it. It's 7 feet between the kitchen line and the net on either side. So you're 14 feet from the opposing player at closest distance. Doesn't take into account the reach of arms in getting there. So you can be closer to your opponent. So you get hit. I've been hit a lot by the pickleball. It just happened. It's part of it. Today was the first time I got hit this morning that made me go, ow. And it actually came from my partner, my own teammate.
Friendly fire.
The ball came across in a way, in a very aggressive moment where she had to make a self-saving motion so she wouldn't get hit. And in doing so, fired the ball right at me when I was 3 feet from her at full velocity. And the kicker was it hit me right in the nipple and it stung. And it was cold this morning.
So she was about to get hit by like a 25-mile-an-hour ball, and she defended and sent a 75-mile-an-hour ball your way
from 3 feet. Bam,
yeah.
bam,
Bam.
Just it happened. And so it did sting. It made me go, ow, son of a gun. And then I started talking about the people we were playing against. They've won national tournaments and they got all these trophies, and they're world-class players. They're awesome, and they help us a lot and give a lot of insight. But I didn't realize this. They said the number one pickleball injury is the ball coming across the net, a partner trying to make contact with their paddle, and they deflect it into their partner's eye. That's the biggest injury. It happens most often. Your own partner deflects the ball right in your face.
Wow.
So I missed
singles from now on.
I missed it by that far today. Yes, singles is great.
I would have thought they would be like
so
sprained
tired.
ankles from trying to, dive back and forth on the court or something. But
it's so then the algorithm struck this afternoon.
Oh no.
I didn't search anything, but I pull out my phone and then
the internet heard you.
100%. And it showed like a big lob ball coming and a guy running back to get the lob, and he turns around to hit it and he just smacks his partner in the face. He just tumbles. There's so many team influenced injuries that happen after the algorithm struck, and it was just video after video after video of them hurting each other.
This doesn't happen in golf, right? you can have like a whole, 6 guys out there, unless one guy just gets really mad and throws a club or something. There's very little injury involved. Maybe the group behind you, plays into your group or something. There's a chance you get hit by a ball that could hurt.
Yeah,
But
injuries
golf should be a safer sport.
It's much safer in regards to injury. Now, property damage, it's much higher. Cars, house windows, things like that get struck depending on the quality of player. But
I can see that.
But no, it's funny. It stung, got me right there, and it hit me like perfect. I have a perfect ring. Right.
I would ask you to show us, but it would live forever on the internet. So
100%. I already get the 5-head thing thanks to Amber, so I can never not wear a hat again. So I'm definitely not taking my shirt off because I don't need that to go around the interwebs. But
I'm curious. You used to be a golf pro.
How did we get there? I was, yes.
Would you let
clarify to people listening? Golf pro is different than a pro golfer. I ran a country club and taught golf in that regard. I wasn't a professional golfer.
Would you let somebody play golf on the course if they showed up and just had like an Easton aluminum bat? Is that fair? I mean, it's basically the same thing, right? It's just a different shaped club.
No. You gotta have a bag of clubs per person. There's no sharing. There's rules.
Can you bring the bag of clubs and the bat? I would like to play golf with a baseball bat. I think I would improve my score.
So if you just stuff the bat in the bag and you teed off hole one,
illegal club, right? Yeah,
it is illegal. Yes, and it could be a legal amount of clubs because you only have 14. It's about 15. Now you're in a whole world of trouble. Basically a felon. But at our particular,
it would be my driver.
But at our particular facility, if you teed off with a driver on hole one and off you went. Now you're going away from the clubhouse. No one can see you any longer. The remaining holes, depending on what's going on. If you want to tee off with a bat and have at it, I don't think anyone's going to complain, say anything. They're probably you're going to turn some heads and they're going to see how it's going.
They'd hear it because it's the ting it makes when you hit a golf ball with an bat is much louder than the pop that pickleball makes on the bat.
Terrifying loud.
All right. I'm not sure where we got there, but one day I'm going to play baseball golf. And you guys are it's going to be a thing, and it's going to be in the Olympics, and everyone's going to clap.
Just take a potato gun and just thump. I mean, if you're going to stretch it out, just do something like that.
I think it's going to be a thing.
And then use the bat for the short game, like the approach.
You can use the bat as like a pool cue for on the green. You lay down, you're like thunk, just like a pool cue.
Tin cup with the rake. Knock it right in there. Yep. I like it. They do in some the charity scrambles. They will say, "Here's a bat, and here's a potato gun, or here's this, or here's that," and let them use it. And if you're halfway okay at golf, you can hit the ball 10 times farther with a normal driver than you can a bat. Even if it goes askew, it's still way down there versus the bat.
You hit off a tee or toss it up and take a swing. I'd actually need a pitcher. Because I need somebody to volunteer, a buddy. And this is where the injuries come in, because I do realize there would be a higher number of injuries in my version of the game. It would probably be more on par with maybe pickleball.
Yeah, sign me up to stand in front of you and slow pitch a golf ball while you have a aluminum bat in your hand. No, thank you. That's a death wish.
I'm accepting volunteers.
I think I'd rather
bring your own helmet and mask and pads.
I'd rather get shot in the hiney with a pellet gun or something than stand there and pitch you a golf ball while you got a bat in your hand. That's terrifying.
Anyway, I don't know how we got there.
It's the Not Relevant podcast.
That's right.
I'm gonna bunny hop all the way ahead here.
Yeah,
to cut down a little bit of time. So I do have a little bit of a time restraint this evening. I'm solo dad. Wife's out of town. So the animals, the daughter's hungry before the show started. So I'm a bad dad because she hasn't been fed yet. But I was listening to a radio show this morning, and I'm curious, actually, do you have the Bobby Bones show in your neck of the woods?
I think we can get it on like iHeartRadio, but I don't know if it's on one of the FM stations or something.
Okay. So he was an integral part of our morning radio for years, and I don't listen to a lot of radio, but I really enjoy his show, and I don't listen to any talk shows realistically. But then their contract expired, and I didn't know it other than one morning I was driving and had my 102.3 the Bull station on, and he was not there.
Not a sponsor.
That's right. um,
He was gone.
and so I Googled it and went, contract expired. He's long gone, no longer part of Texoma, is our area,
Yeah.
Texas, Oklahoma, in our corner. And I was so sad. So these other, it was a guy and a gal came on and they hosted a new show, and they were fine. They were lighthearted. They were actually, it was kind of a show like ours, to be honest. They were kind of goofy, did a few not relevant pieces in between and whatnot. Like they talked about dumb criminals of the week type stuff here and there. And
Good stuff.
so 2 weeks ago, they're saying their goodbyes, saying this Friday we're done, and we're sorry, and it's been real. And I was kind of like, oh man, I was getting used to it. And then next thing I know is because Bobby Bones is coming back, starts Monday.
Whoa.
Yeah, so I was really
By
excited.
popular demand.
Yeah, got brought right back
Return of the
in.
Man. Wow.
So anyways, he's back, and I was listening to this morning, and they covered and they did a story that kind of piqued my interest, and so I was listening to it and went, oh, I want to cover that story on our show, but it led me into a bigger part of the story, which I want to talk
Rabbit
about.
hole. Yep.
Correct. So it led me into talking more of what I wanted to, and this leads us into 15 of the coolest accidental inventions. But what I like about it is it's not just 15 cool accidental inventions. It's 15 inventions that the majority of people are very familiar with. And I mean, they're like everyday things.
Kids? Is it kids? No, different list. Okay, kids aren't on the list.
Those are
Never mind.
accidents for
Didn't
some
say it.
people, but not inventions. So-
They're cool, right? All right.
But so if you want, do you want to just go every other one or something like that? Just go down that list.
Fire away. Which one do you want to start with?
I'll just start at 15. Some of these I already knew about, some I didn't. But 15 being the cereal cornflakes. This one I did not know about. In 1894, Dr. Kellogg worked as the superintendent of Battle Creek in Michigan.
No relation. No relation to.
He worked with his brother Keith Kellogg, who was trying to find wholesome vegetarian foods and to feed patients. When Will accidentally left boiled wheat sitting out for a day, it went stale and flaky. Not wanting to throw it away, he baked it instead, which yielded a satisfying crunch. They were such a hit with the patients that the Kellogg's brothers began experimenting with other grains, which is how they came up with the corn recipe, which we know and love today. So it was an accident. It was a recipe that was left out and spoiled, and they found a way to fix it and use it and not waste it, like pumpkins.
$10 billion later.
Indeed.
Yeah. Wow. The face of breakfast cereal, cornflakes.
Yeah. I mean, it's a staple.
Next one is super glue, and this is interesting because the initial desire with the substance they were creating was for war. They wanted to make gun sights out of it, or airplane cockpit canopies.
Okay.
And they're trying to, I don't know, they're trying to bond this thing together to make it work. And no go, zero. And the inventor's like, hey, I just happened to notice that pretty much anything that touches this sticks to it. And it doesn't require any heat, doesn't require any special treatment. It just sticks. And now we have super glue as a result. He worked for Eastman Kodak, which I don't know what that company culture was, but there were a lot of Kodak had a lot of things like this.
Yeah,
Kodak
a lot of accidents.
They just hired the right people that were like, hey, and they gave them the leeway to be able to just play around, make something. Let's
think outside the box. Yeah. Let them use their imagination. Let them come up with things. I love that. That's actually pretty cool. That's quite a positive company culture. Number 13 coming in is the Slinky, which took place during World War II. An engineer named Richard James wanted to help the troops by inventing springs that could stabilize important instruments on naval ships during times with rough seas, almost like a old school gyro, I guess, if you will. while working on the springs. One knocked off the table, and then it walked off. It went. It just started going end over end over end over end.
It's still going to this day.
And still going to this day. So, named the Slinky, first demonstrated for customers in Gimbel's department store in 1945. Within the first 90 minutes, over 400 Slinkies were sold that fast. Such a simplistic toy that I'm willing to bet every single one of us have had our hands on and had played with a Slinky.
I love them.
Still cool.
I mean, when you see it in this toy store, they're still cool right now. Like at any age, and when you see one just sitting there, you have to pick it up and just be like, let me just give it a.
Just get it. Yeah. Yep. Have you ever seen the like professional?
What they
Slinky?
They're nuts. What they do with the Slinky and making it hang in the air and spin around and come back. It's crazy what they do. I think it's magic, black magic for sure.
Indeed. Here's a segue for you.
Yeah.
Oh, the comment on the screen coming at number 12.
Oh, I'm not seeing anything on the screen. Oh, there it is. Velcro. Okay. I'm waiting, Thomas.
Sorry.
You teed it up. Velcro. The Velcro is a fun one because pets were involved in its creation. Dogs, particularly. Dogs, if you have a dog that likes that you can walk off leash, you will find out that it can find lots of things that you don't want it to bring home with you. Dirt, mud, those little burrs, which are just terrible, especially, if you got like a I don't know, golden retriever or something, getting the burrs out of the dog's fur.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what prompted the inventor to do something. He put the burr under a microscope. He's like, why are these such a pain in the butt to take out of the dog's fur? And he saw the hook, the little hook, and ended up making it out of nylon to replicate this, to make it stick. And the clothing industry didn't immediately adopt it, but NASA did. NASA saw its usefulness. They began using it to secure items in zero gravity and everything like that, and then it went from there into sporting goods and tennis shoes. And I use it when I'm going on a gig. I've got Velcro tape I use to secure cables where I have to just take it off again, but I don't want to use that tape. That's a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
Good
there's
stuff.
No residue. When you can secure stuff with something when there's no residue, I mean, phenomenal. And the tennis shoes for the kids, that's just the best. I mean, just they still put them on the wrong feet, but at least they're secure. Velcro goes with the shoe.
I just saw how the even odd was breaking down on where we're going. But go ahead, you can take number 11.
We can skip 10 if you wish. We can skip 10 if you wish. Although it's quite an arousing article. 11 goes to dynamite. In 1860s, nitroglycerin was commonly used as explosive, but it was quite unstable and prone to spontaneous explosion, making it difficult for scientists to equip with one. One day, Alfred Nobel, was working with the substance when a vial fell to the floor and smashed, but it did not explode. Due to contact it had made with a pile of sawdust, which helped stabilize it. Nobel later perfected the mixture by using, can you pronounce that? I have an idea. By using, copy it here, and then put it in chat here.
Kieselguhr?
It's a form of silica as a stabilized substance. The production of nitroglycerin and the word I can't say combination was the beginning of what we now know as dynamite. So a vial falls. No reaction happens because of some sawdust that someone was too lazy to clean up and dispose of. Saved this man, and then he went, idea. Got it.
Dynamite. Boom goes the dynamite.
Boom goes the dynamite.
So one of the most prescribed drugs in the world.
You're going with it. Okay.
Was originally developed to treat a heart condition.
I actually knew this.
Yeah.
Randomly.
Actually, failed terribly for the heart condition.
Heart rate went up.
Yeah, not very good at all in that area. But they did notice one peculiar effect in some of the male participants, which did pique their curiosity, and and also piqued their profit, as the accidental invention of Viagra was a gold mine for Pfizer.
Coming in at a top 10. The blue pill.
The blue pill.
Oops. Oops, I did it again. Number 9, silly putty. They're gonna keep on.
9 and 8 should be together. They seem like they're so closely related.
They really should. And what Scott means, 9 and 8, that's silly putty and Play-Doh. Which I knew these as well. It's always a combination. Chemistry happens, and then I go, oh, neat. Yielding substance, it's more bounce and stretch than rubber, and it doesn't. Well, some Play-Doh's worse at it, but some of the putties don't collect as much junk. The new stuff. Have you noticed that the new silly putties / slimes kids have?
Yeah, they don't work very well.
Well, you could some of them you could throw like in a pile of sawdust and it doesn't collect any sawdust. You just pick it right up and it's still clean. It's still doing its thing. I don't know how they're doing it. But when you take it off your hand, it feels like there's a residue, but you go back and I have no oil. I have no. It's kind of mind blowing to me, some of the new stuff.
It doesn't work as well with like the newspaper print. You used to be able to take it and get like the funnies and spread it out and like peel. Yeah. Nowadays, I guess the newspaper's changed is what happened. I think the ink's different.
100%. But they were attempting to make a cheap alternative for synthetic rubber when it added boric acid to silicone oil, yielding a substance that had more bounce and stretch than rubber. Unfortunately, the government wasn't interested in his material, but a few years later, a businessman named Peter Hodgson noticed how entertaining it was at a party, which prompted him to rename the substance Silly Putty and market it as a children's toy. And $10 billion later,
he whips out the Silly Putty at a party, like some cocktail party. He's like, "Hey guys, check out what I've been working on." And they're like, "What is that?" Please pass the caviar. No, seriously, try this, guys. You're gonna like it.
See, Play-Doh taking number 10.
Play-Doh was also developed accidentally, but it was developed as a cleaning product first. Back during the war, everyone's burning coal in their house, and there's coal dust everywhere. They're trying to use it as a cleaning product, and instead, it fails. It fails, first of all, as a cleaning product. But his sister, the inventor's sister, school teacher, was giving students the material as a modeling dough to play with. And they started coloring it, sticking little cans with lids on it, and boom, there you go. Still being made today. It was originally only off-white, but they made colors the following year.
Gotta have colors. Can you imagine just all white Play-Doh? How boring it was. Kids now, they'd have food dyes and it'd be all over their hands. It'd be the kitchen floor. Oh gosh, what a mess it'd be. I'm glad they came out with new colors.
It's a mess now. I mean, I can't tell you the number of times I've scraped Play-Doh out of carpet in my house.
Oh, it's terrible. Yes.
Oh. The only thing worse than Play-Doh for trying to get it out of the carpet is that magic sand.
Oh my gosh, that stuff's
it's gone.
Stuff's crazy.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's like the angel dust or whatever the nickname of that stuff is, they call it. Coming at number 7, I knew this one, but I didn't know the full story. I knew it was an accident, and I thought it was a little different. But Post-it notes, which is funny. My old job, 4 jobs ago, I was in a cubicle, and if you used Post-it notes, different managers it was called the pit that we had. It's like 240 of us all in these cubicles. Managers had offices in the perimeter, nice wooden closed doors, and they would stroll the pit once in a while. And if they saw Post-it notes, they would take it off, crumple it up, throw it away, because that means you're unorganized. It didn't matter how important that note was, and if you really needed it, it was a big contact for a big deal you're trying to close. Gone.
How am I going to remember my passwords?
Exactly. But Post-it notes. I knew this was an accident, but I didn't know why.
You did not work for 3M, did you?
I did not.
No. Okay.
I didn't. But an employee at 3M, Spencer Silver, he was trying to develop a super strong adhesive for aircraft, but all of his concoctions, they were just too weak and they weren't strong enough. But he noticed they could be. The adhesive was reusable. It kind of kept its consistency, although being weaker. So they kind of tabled that invention for a while. And then you fast forward to an individual utilizing bookmarks that kept sliding in and out of the books. And I believe it was even maybe through the Bibles, being at a church or something. Let's see. Singing a church choir. Yeah. was constantly frustrated. The bookmarks in his hymn book kept falling out, causing him to lose his place. He then thought of Silver's adhesive, and he could use on paper as markers in his hymn book. So, boom. Then you have sticky notes.
He should have talked to the guy who was making the super glue because it was pretty much the same time. Had they got together, though, we never would have had sticky notes. So,
That's right.
the yellow paper was also unintentional. You just borrowed scraps. And
while experimenting, right?
Yeah.
And that's like the staple.
And
I know they make tons of colors.
Yellow
now.
paper worked, so let's order more yellow paper. And they've been making the same since. Popsicles. Popsicles is the next one, number 6. This happened when somebody forgot their powder flavored soda water mixture on the porch one evening, left a stir stick in it. It got cold, as it does in the wintertime in most of the United States. And the next morning, there's the stick frozen in the pop.
Love it.
And then you can eat it. So Epsicle Ice Pop was what it was originally called. Epperson was his name. He applied for a frozen confectionery patent in 1924. But he ran into financial troubles, had to sell off the patent rights. Little did he know how much money it would make.
Yeah.
So,
speaking of sweet treats, number 5 coming at ice cream cone. In the late 1800s and early 1900s, ice cream became an increasingly popular treat. The number of street vendors made competition fierce, and defining difference between each came down to more than just flavors. It was all about the ice cream, how it was served, and how you would get it. Common materials included paper, glass, metal, etc. They were trying to get creative, right, to really market their ice cream to beat the next ice cream truck down the road. But what's funny is, as it kind of skips forward, let's see, where does it put? In the 1904 World's Fair in St. Louis, the ice cream cone was created because Arnold, an ice cream vendor, had trouble keeping up with the hot day's demand, and he ran out of his paper cups. He I have nothing. I just put a scoop in your bare hand, I guess, and have good luck. Here you go.
Quit complaining, kid. Just eat it.
Yeah. And there's another nearby vendor, different industry. Earl Hamway was having opposite problems. His waffle life pastry called Zalubia wasn't selling at all. So he gave them to him to serve his ice cream in. And bam, all of a sudden there's an ice cream cone. Just took a hit. So the guy went from, I'm out of paper cups for my ice cream, I'm losing.
Inventing the waffle cone.
Inventing the waffle cone. The greatest treat that so many people love. That's so cool.
This next one will make you laugh a little bit. Anesthesia.
Oh, that makes me laugh a lot.
Originally used recreationally before it was used medically. Oh. They would have laughing parties where you'd basically just go inhale some nitrous oxide with your buddies and have a grand old time. What could possibly go wrong? But there people did them enough that they could actually study the effects of it and realize that it had some use in pain suppression and treating pain.
Smart.
And minor surgeries have never been the same.
Have you ever been under anesthesia before?
Yes, but not the laughing gas. I get okay. the shot in the arm.
Oh, gotcha.
And I was out.
So there was a gentleman within our company that his wife had her own dentist practice, and it came that I needed my wisdom teeth removed. So he said, "Hey, I'll help you out. I'll even drive you to your appointment and then drive you back to work when you're done, whatever, because they're going to put you on the laughing gas, all that good stuff." I said, "Okay, sounds good." So I did, and it was great. I mean, it was phenomenal. They're all right. Countdown from 10, and I remember just going 10, 9. But because I knew them. Well, let me back up. Where I was working, I was coaching a hockey team at the time.
Right.
And this gentleman was a volunteer within our team, and he was the head of the youth sports department and all that. So I'm all done. Everything's great. He picks me up and he takes me back to my office in the hockey arena, which I sit down and try to do a little bit of work, but I'm just kind of giggly. But we've got team practice here in about an hour. So I go downstairs, I get changed, I get ready to run practice for the team. And as I get into the coach's room to change, I take my shirt off and I look, and there's nothing but Sharpie writing all over me. They invited all of the nurses in at the dentist office to come write little notes and funny sayings and things and everything, and just graffiti my entire chest and stomach with Sharpies. And it took me a second to look at and go, and then I went, oh, because the anesthesia. So it was there for a long time because there was a lot of
Yeah,
it.
buddy, I'll drive you there. Not a problem. We'll help you out,
Mhm.
friend. Good buddy, old pal.
Set me up bad. I'll never forget it. There was so much Sharpie all over the place. It was hilarious. So I went back about a month later. I got a bunch of flowers and I just brought them back and I set them out on the desk and said, that made me laugh for like 3 days. Thank you all for being so funny and good. And then a couple of them were worried. They were like, after I did, I kind of felt guilty and worried you were going to maybe sue us or something because this is improper practice.
But your friend said it was okay.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. I want to take the next one real quick.
Yeah.
Penicillin, because I was in London. I was outside the, I don't know, was it like St. Mary's Hospital or something, on the sidewalk. You stand there and there's like way up on the wall, there's a plaque that's like, on this spot, on this date, penicillin was discovered. I'm like, wow. Thinking about, penicillin accidentally discovered, I think from a derivative of some bread mold or something like that.
Yeah.
Staphylococcus or something like that. I can't say that word. It's a layer of mold. And you think about what it's done since then, as in the medical world, how impactful it was. And I was just walking by some little place on the road, and they're like, "Hey, we did it right here." I'm like, "Wow!" Suddenly that became real. So I took a picture of the sign. I have to find it. I think it's a little blue and white sign, but it's awesome. Penicillin, used in antibiotics.
Total accident.
Developed by Scottish researcher Sir Alexander Fleming in 1928.
Wow.
Because he left a petri dish out and it got mold.
That's our second invention of someone something out and it expiring and then them finding something to do with it, which I think is
probably still good.
Yeah.
I don't want to waste it.
It's like when my daughter, she loves these turkey sandwiches that I make with some avocado, and I kind of toast them in the pan. And so there's a bread at our local store we love. And so when it's been a few days and she really wants when I go back and just cut some of that mold off, get it out of there, and saute up that bread real quick, and you can't tell there was anything there.
Hope she's not watching.
No. In her eyes, I'm the biggest dork ever. She won't not watch the show, so I'm safe there.
That's awesome.
But rounding out the list, we're a little after 8 o'clock here. So chocolate chip cookies and the number one, potato chips. They originally developed to annoy a dissatisfied diner in
I love
1853.
I love this so much.
This is right up the FU tree alley.
Yes.
George Crum, a chef at the Moon Lake Lodge in Saratoga Springs, New York, served French fries to a customer who initially complained they were too thick. Crum then made a second batch, which was thinner, but still did not appease him. So for the third batch, in an attempt to further irritate the diner, Crum made his fries that were so thin they couldn't be eaten with a fork, and oversalted them for good measure. Surprisingly, the customer absolutely loved them, and the potato chips were invented.
So the founder, frustrated, developed something that changed the world. It still irks him to this day because the guy got the best of him. I love it. I was thinking that he invented them so they would make noise, so you could eat them and you could hear people crunch and you eat them with your mouth open or something. But
same.
But that's a great story.
Potato chip, I love it. I've got speaking of food, quick riddle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A doctor and a bus driver are both in love with the same woman. The bus driver has to go away on a bus trip for a week. Before he left, he gave the woman 7 apples. Why?
This keeps the doctor away.
apple a day keeps the doctor away. Nailed it. Nice.
No matter how hard you push an envelope, it'll still be stationary. There we go. You guys, thanks for joining us tonight. It's been a lot of fun. Congratulations to the winners of the gifted memberships. Thank you all for being here. Hope it lightened your day a little bit. Gets you ready for Friday, which is tomorrow. Tom, do you have plans for the weekend?
A little bit of golf on Saturday. I might actually go to a tailgate tomorrow. Tomorrow is the two local high school rivalry, and it's the first year that these brand new mega schools have been built. So it's a big, big thing. Even though we homeschool, I was invited and might still go to the tailgate and check out the football game.
Cheer for the winner, whoever's going to win.
Yeah.
That's my recommendation.
I might do it. Or my wife's out of town for a few days, so I might just stay home and make sure the house is clean and tidy and not do anything.
That is the right answer. That's the right
She's not watching either, though, so I'm safe either way. But
I might drive to the beach and take my broken door to a place that can repair it. And since I'm out there anywhere, I might do some metal detecting. That's the plan.
I think you should.
We'll see. I have to fix the car first because something about an engine mount being cracked.
Oh.
I don't know how that happened, for the record. I don't know. Was I going in reverse and then shifted in drive at too high a speed or something? I don't know.
They're rubber. They weather and they crack. That's not a rare thing to.
So I'm going to blame the salt water that we drove in.
That'll expedite the process. 100%.
All right. Thomas, have a great night. Have a safe weekend. Thank you very much, my friend.
You too,
We'll see you.
Scott. Enjoyed it. See you.
Bye, everybody.